Hello, thank you so much for joining me, and today we're going to be doing crafts with mudlarking finds. Well, my intention today is to do an extra little craft for you of an Easter craft, because it's Easter weekend coming up. I thought, you know what, I can't let this go by without doing an Easter craft, because I did buy a couple of things ready. Well, I bought this egg-shaped dome. Okay, so we've got the egg-shaped dome that I bought, and I bought this little bunny rabbit that stood up. Okay, I found, probably just after Easter last year, this sort of hair rabbit. I'm going to pretend it's a rabbit. Okay, it's actually a hair, but let's pretend for this it's a rabbit. Just a little bit damaged underneath there. I'm going to mend that. Okay. I also found this, I think, on the hillside dump that we went to a few months ago, and it was off a bird feeder. I think it's off one of those big bird feeders, a big ceramic bird feeder with a little dish at the bottom. Okay, so I think that's off there. That, a pipe bowl, don't know where I found that, could have found it anywhere. A few pipe stems, might not use all this stuff. A few pipe stems, that little dome that's off a bell. A couple of little ceramic doodad things. There's another one there, doodad thing. Okay, I've got a couple of these mushrooms in case I need those. I've got a bit of fake grass, two sort of colours. Got some newspaper, some old newspaper. This one was from Snowy Dump, this newspaper. A bit of moss. Okay, my idea is to create something in this dome that looks sort of Eastery. Okay, that's as far as my plans have got. So I think first of all what I'm going to do is I'm going to decoupage this bunny rabbit with the old newspaper. Oh, and I'm also going to put the dome onto one of these stands that I found. I found loads now. I've got a really good collection of these, so I will attach that onto there. I don't need to do anything with that. It's absolutely perfect the way that it is. So I can just glue that onto there and that will look amazing, hopefully. Right, so very easy. You've seen me do it loads and loads of times. You get your Decoupage glue. I'm just going to check that it's the right one. And you get your old newspaper or like an old book. You could tear it out of an old book, something like that. And yeah, you just tear it up into pieces and glue it on. So be very liberal with the glue, plenty of glue. Front and back of this. This is just an MDF shape that I bought from eBay. They're so inexpensive. Okay, so you just tear out your pieces of paper, stick it on, and then where the paper overlaps, you just you cover the whole thing with glue anyway, but just make sure that if you're going to overlap your paper, you've got glue underneath the bit that overlaps. Yeah, because this glue, if you've not seen me use it before, acts as both a glue and a glaze. So yeah, we just continue to cover whatever it is you're decoupaging with the glue and the paper. Now some people call it decoupage, some people call it decoupage. I'm decoupage, I prefer that term. Decoupage to me reminds me of layering up images of paper, whereas decoupage, which is a brand name, is what I prefer to call this. So yeah, some call it decoupage, some call it decoupage. I'm in the decoupage group. It's hard to see how good this is going to look when it's all wet, but trust me, you've seen me do it before and they do look amazing when finished. Right, okay, that's the last bit done. So I've just decoupaged the bunny rabbit. I haven't bothered doing the bottom bit because I'll probably paint that or do something else with it. So we can leave that to dry. That's the rabbit decoupaged. Right, okay. Right, what should we do next? Just leave that to dry there out of the way. Right, okay, there's some clay stuff that needs doing. I need to mend the bottom of this hair. I need to make this into a mushroom. Yeah, with a pipe stem and that, a bit of clay. Would that be too big? Let me just check it. I've got this dome thing here. Would that be too big? No, and a third smaller one. Right, no, I think we will do these three. So I'm going to use the clay to attach a pipe stem to this one. Yep. To that one. Pipe stem and let's have a look. No, they're too shallow. Pipe stem. It'll have to be a pipe stem for that one as well. Okay, so dome with pipe stem. Right, so we need clay to mend that and clay to fix these. We've still got a little bit of this original Daz one left. I did leave it out of his packet a little bit and half of it dried. But after this one, I have got a big pack of Daz that Charlotte got me when we went to go and visit her. So this is just still my original one, but I did have to throw some of it away because the packet wasn't quite closed, but lesson learned. Okay, so I'm going to, first of all, because this is a bit broken at the bottom, see, I'm just going to fix it. Sorry, I didn't hold that very, there you go, see how it's broken there. Just going to fill it and give it a new bottom. Right, let's get a brush. Just get a fresh brush. There's always something that I forget to put on the table. Okay. Oops. The brush just helps, when you put water on it, just helps it smooth things out. Just going to put it flat on the floor. On the floor, on the table. Make sure it will stand up. Okay, so that's that with a new base on it. Okay, so we can leave that to dry. Now let's make these. I'm going to put some clay in the bottom of these. Right, I'm going to smooth it off, and then I think I'm just going to put a few lines in it as if it was, you know, the underneath of a mushroom. just to give it a bit more detail. So what will I use for that? I might use scissors actually. Just merely just putting lines in. Don't have to be neat, don't have to be fantastic, it's just giving it a little bit more detail. Okay, so that will be one mushroom. Let's leave that one to dry. Let's do, it might use them all, might not do, but at least if I've done them, you know, I can use them, can't I? Right, that one, we're going to put that pipe stem in. No, we're going to put that big long one in. Okay, that one is fine like that. Yeah, quite mushroomy shaped. And then we've got this one here, which is like a little brass bell. Don't forget these crafts, I can't do a mock-up one first to see how it all goes. So that's why I always make mistakes, because the time that I do it here on the camera is the first time that I ever do this craft. I don't have one that I prepared earlier. Okay, so I might put a bit more clay in that so that I can do another underneath like I did on the other one, you know, with the lines. So I'm really going to push that in. And then get the right. Don't forget, I might not use them all. Let's try and smooth it off a little. Okay, I've done that, filled it quite a way on that one. Quite a good solid bit on there. So I'm going to use the scissors. Just, you know, you can use whatever you want. I'm using scissors. I'm just going to draw lines. Not draw, I'm just going to mark lines underneath. You can do as few or as many as you wish. Right, okay, there you go. I think that looks quite good as a mushroom. Right, okay. Yeah, 3 mushrooms. Done that. Right, now I'm going to dry things so we can get on to the next stage. So I'm going to just get the heat gun onto everything. I'm going to do the heat gun on this and the clay, and then I can come back to you when it's all dry. Right, well, that's done. Just wanted to make it a little bit better. Right, what should we do next? Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give them an undercoat. So I'll use this colour for undercoat, the beigey colour, because the stem can be that colour as well anyway. So I'm just going to give it all a coat of this colour, this beigey colour. Slightly bigger brush. Let me move all this stuff out of the way, sorry. Get rid of that glue. Make sure you can see everything clearly. Right, mushrooms, that don't want them to distract you. Right, okay, let's just give all these mushrooms now. I need those. I'm not going to paint that. I'm going to leave it as is, the original. Doesn't have to be a thick coat, it's just an undercoat. I just want to give it a basis for the top coat. In fact, this mushroom, because of the colour of the pipe stem, I think it might have been in a fire. I'm not going to give that an undercoat. I'm going to leave that as it is. That can be like that. I'm going to leave it original. Simple as that, really. Just give it an all over. But you can spray it. Use a primer to spray it with if you want to. But just use things that you found that look roughly like a mushroom. I mean, they don't have to look exactly like a mushroom, do they? The whole idea is that you're just using up what you've got and just making something a little bit different. Okay, while I've got the paint out, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint around the edge of this. I'm not going to paint the whole of it because I want to put some grass on it. But I am going to paint around there. The hole is actually for a cabbage cream egg. It's a cabbage cream egg holder. I haven't got any cabbage cream eggs, and it would be a little bit excessive to do a big whole dome piece just to put a cabbage cream egg in. So unfortunately, it's going to have no chocolate egg in it. But what I want to do now is paint that green. So, clean my brush, get my green. Let's pick another little dish to use. There we go. I think this is one that Alison gave me from Happy Mudlarks, if I remember rightly. She knows I have all sorts of things like this on my desk. So there we go, some green paint. Just want to do the edges. Okay, right, so we'll leave all the painted things to dry. And then I think what we're going to do next, while that's drying, we can gild the bottom of this. Just going to remove that because we don't want to gild that. It also has a little separate little inner thing there. Remove that. It does come with a light actually, but I didn't realise it didn't have batteries in, and it takes them circle batteries in. I don't have them, so forget the light. Forget the light. Okay, so I just want to gild this edge here and the thinner edge there. So let's get our gilding glue. Get to work. Okay, that's covered now, so I need to leave that to dry, and I'm going to also dry the mushrooms so that I can paint those. So yeah, now it's going to be a little bit of heat gun, and I'll get straight back to you. Okay, that's all dry enough to go on to the next stage now, which is I'm going to paint the mushrooms. So let's just remove everything we're not going to be using now. Keep the mushrooms. We've got some red paint here, and I think we'll have a bit of a darker colour. Oh, we've got some black here, so that's handy. Right, let's see what we've got. Let's do a little mix for the underneath here. The lines underneath. We'll do the underneath first. Is that the beige we were using before? No. That's want the tiniest amount of black in there. Okay, and then I want some of that beige. Because I just wanted to make a dark colour to go underneath. See how that looks. just how I want it, with a little bit of both colours coming through on that one. That one doesn't need it, but I might just put it on the bottom edge, just a little bit of contrast. Okay, I like that one too, a little bit a darker, if you can see that, I'm not sure. Okay, just hold that one up. Just did that one a bit patchy and stripy. Yep. Let's do this one. Might do that one up to there actually. And I'm going to do them as toadstools as the red ones. I just think it just looks more magical, doesn't it? It looks more Eastery. Okay. Yep, I'm happy with that one as well. So, what else do I need to paint? Nothing apart from the top. So I'm just going to get the heat gun and dry at the bottom of these. Simple as that. This acrylic, or any acrylic really, is really quite fast drying. Okay, so let's get another little dish. Yep, I use loads and loads of dishes and I don't clean them out. I just reuse them when they're dry. Just put colour on top of colour, because that means then I can keep finding lots and lots of them, keep using them, and then throw them away when they're completely mullered with paint. Right, okay. Don't want anything too small. Let's paint the tops red. Okay, that's the bell one done. Let's place it down carefully. Okay, that's that one. Let's pop that one down carefully. Let's do this bird feeder one. See, when I picked this up, I knew this would come in handy for something like a mushroom. And sometimes I don't even remember where I've put them all. I have so many things that I've picked up for certain things, I don't even remember where I've put them. Okay, quick blast with the heat gun on these, and then we can do some white spots on them. Stick a bit of this paint in, sorry. Don't need much. Just a little bit of cream, something that's a lot lighter than the red anyway. Let's get in the middle. Okay. Paintbrush. Yes, I do know that I can use end paintbrush actually. People do say that to me and I never do it, but I'm going to do it this time. You can use a paintbrush. I mean, I don't want perfect dots, that's the thing, so, you know, I want all sorts of different sizes. I think they look a little bit nicer as well, being, excuse me, in a beige or a cream rather than the white. I find the white just a little bit too harsh. Okay, I think that one looks okay, very mushroom-like. Let's try not to smudge it too much. Okay, let's do the next one. So I like to do them all different sizes, and I don't like them perfectly round either. Okay, there's another mysterious looking mushroom. Let's just put that to rest there. Okay, and let's do this last one. Okay, there we have the other one. So put one little dot there. Okay, there we go. Let's put that to dry. Okay, let's dry that with the heat gun. Those are dry now, so let's get on to do the gilding of the base. Put those out of the way so they're not distracting. Make sure nothing in the way. What's that? Paintbrush. Okay. Right, so let's get the base. Ooh. The gilding flakes I'm going to choose are the mix that Sarah did for me. Okay. I'm choosing that one because it's got like Cadbury's purple in it. Everybody knows Easter's about chocolate. So, well, it is in this household because I'm not religious. So, Cadbury's purple. There you go. Along with the gold and the coppers. I think that's gold, copper, purple. A beautiful selection of colours on that one. We'll be sad to see that one go. Right, I need a dry brush. I'm just sorry, one over here. Just when you think you're organised. Here we go. Oops. Okay. Right. So gilding flakes, you know the score. Push it onto the glue. Don't forget the glue has to be dry before you can do this. If you haven't used them before, you think, oh no, it's too hard. Look at this. This is how easy it is. Yes, it can be a bit messy, but you can contain it as much as you're able. I do have plastic bags on Mick's computer equipment though, because he doesn't want bits of this going in there and causing it to short circuit. Right, okay, there we go. Push it on. Then when you're happy, oops, that it's all pushed on, like so, you then brush it off. This is a beautiful colour, beautiful. That copper, the gold, the purple all go so nice together. It's a really good mix. And that was a handmade mix of flakes from Sarah. Not me, Sarah. Another Sarah. Okay, let's get all them flakes out of there. Out of that lip. Okay, let's have a look at that. That looks absolutely beautiful. The colours on that really are beautiful. Okay, that's all. That's been covered. We won't see the bottom, so that's fine. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put those back into the jar because that's still a nice little mix of colour that I can use again. And if you're new to my crafting channel, I'm just going to say this, everybody knows this tray I found when we went to Snowy Dump. If you haven't seen the Snowy Dump woodlarking videos, go and have a look. I found it on Snowy Dump a couple of years ago. It was just missing that back corner. I was going to try and replicate it and make it, you know, a bit like new. But then I thought, you know what? It's to make a great gilding tray. So I made it with a little spout so that I could get my gilding flakes back into the jar, because everybody knows I'm quite frugal with my crafting, and if I can save some bits of flake, I will save them. Okay, so not done a bad job there saving those. I did actually tidy the craft room yesterday, but not that you can tell because it's all the bits on the floor around the corner that you can't see. So right, that's done. That's done. So we don't need that anymore. So let's pop that down there. Excuse me, does that have a drink of Coke? Okay. Right, okay, what should we do next? Right, next, I think, don't forget, because I do make this up as I go along, I'll cut the circle out for that, but then I'm going to have to chop it to get it behind there. Okay, but I was going to use that grass, but I thought, nah, don't like it. Don't like it. I'm going to use the stuff that looks more like grass, so I'm just going to cut it out. Just let me get some of this off me. Right, I've got a pen. Draw around it. I don't know where I got this from, but I hope I can get some more. I hope I can figure out where I got it from, because this is the only piece I've got. So, cut this out. I'm going to mark it there. I'm going to mark it there, because it just needs a little bit cutting out. Okay. We'll draw a line. Let's draw a line. Okay, that's just so that I know that I cut that little sliver of a strip out, because I need to put it either side of that rabbit. Okay. Okay, then I'm going to cut along that first line. I'm going to cut along that second line. Okay, that's rubbish, that will keep. Right, I'm just going to put the glue gun on, because we can hot glue onto this. It doesn't need to be particularly strong, it just needs to be able to stick. Right, before I can glue this back one on, but before I glue that one on, if you remember, I do say don't hot glue things directly onto this grass, especially anything with any weight, because it just fall over. I really need to hot glue it onto there, so I'm going to have to work out where those mushrooms are going to go and just cut a little hole through that, so that the glue will go onto the wood and be a little bit more secure than trying to glue it onto that. Okay, but I can put this first little piece on. For some reason it's not pushing the glue through. There we go. A little bit of a helping hand. Okay, then we can just pop that one on like so. There we go. There we go, that looks nice. The glue on there. Oops. Not turned any buttons off this time. Famous last words. Right, okay, so let me just check to make sure that sits nicely on there. I think I might cut that strip just even a little bit more wider. And put it on and see. Yeah, that is definitely better. Okay, I'm just going to try and work out now where I'm going to put those mushrooms. Okay, I'm going to have to work to myself here, so you won't be able to see. Right, okay. Right, so I definitely want that one there. So I'm going to hold it in place. I'm going to mark it. Okay. So I know that is where I want a hole. Okay. Right, so I've got one there. And I want that one to the side there. Just want to make sure that these stick quite securely, just because they have got a little bit of weight to them. Right, I'm just going to put that one there, just so as I know how far forward to put the other one. Okay, right. Right, there you go. Hopefully this will do the job. Okay, I've got my 3 holes for my 3 mushrooms. Make sure. Yep. That is fine. I just sort of fold it halfway. Just sort of fold it where it is. I do 2 slits down. 1, 2. Okay. And then just do a little one where the mark is. Like so. Yep. Yep. As long as you can get the glue through there. Right, now the 3rd one. Exactly the same. Fold it. Slit, slit, and then just nip out that middle bit to create 3 holes. Okay, I've got 3 holes in that. Right, now I can glue this on there. Okay, working quick as we can so it doesn't dry. Okay, so let's move that out of the way. Here we go, we've got the grass in front of our bunny. Before I stick the mushrooms on, I think I want to decorate the bunny rabbit. He needs an eye and maybe something on his ear. I'm going to make a pink, that red and the beige, because I want to do a little pink on the inside of his ear. Thinking on my feet. I think we'll add the red to the beige. The beige that we already had. We painted the dots on the mushrooms with. Okay. There we go, got a nice little pink there, using what we had out already. Let's see if I've got a finer brush to paint it with. Okay, I'm just going to paint the ear there, just a little bit of pink. Might even do it on the inside of these ears here. No, I'm going to leave that one because I found it like that. I'm going to leave that one like that. Let's not get carried away. Okay, let's leave that one like that. That's got a bit of pink in his ear. Okay, bit of pink there going on. His eye, black. I've got some black already. No, but we can stick it in there anyway. I'm coughing because the heating's on and it's quite a dry heat. Let's get this thin brush again. Right, let's do an eye. Let's dry my hands, let's make some room. Okay, we've done an eye, and let's give him a nose. And a definite smiley face. There we go. Maybe a few whiskers as well, shall we? We'll do the whiskers in there. We'll do them in black. Do them in black so we can see them. Okay, there we go. Got a little bit of a bunny face going on there. Get rid of that. Okay, right, what do we do now? We've got this little chain. Thought I might decorate the neck with this. We've either got to make it smaller or I can wrap it around several times. Just because I thought it needed a little bit of something. Right, I'm just going to make it smaller. Oh, tell you what could have around its neck. It could have a bee attached to that. Because I've tidied up, I know that I have a jar of bees hanging up here, all different sizes. At the bottom of this jar, I know I've got some small bees. Right, so there we go. I've got a small bee. Sorry about my painted hands. But we've got a small bee there. Let's shove those back in. Oops, woo. There you go. That's because I got organised yesterday. Right. Let's stick this on a chain and then let's just cut it shorter. So there we go. We've got a bee because we're Manchester Mudlarks and our symbol is the Manchester bee. It's a worker bee, symbolises the workers of Manchester from the Industrial Revolution, I think, if I remember rightly. Right, okay, let's just nip that a bit smaller. Oops, now a fiddly bit. It's always a fiddly bit. Let me see. Oh, I like that. I like it a lot. Okay, I think I want it smaller. So I'm going to cut that down a little bit more. No point in doing it if you're not going to do it right. Okay, so let me just nip it a little bit more. Oops, whoop. Very, very fiddly. That's better. Okay, that is much better. There we go. Let's do that to the back. That is much better. There we go. Okay. Right, before we start putting it together, I need to put some words on this. So, let's get this out. The Cricut Joy, we use it quite a lot, don't we? I've already cut out the word. No, I haven't cut out the words. I've already written the words on the app. So let's see if we can get this cut out. And the words I've chosen this time, because you know I like to do funny little phrases or things. The one, premium vinyl, the one I've done this time is Hoppy Easter. Do you see what I did there? Hoppy Easter. Okay, so let's pop this in. Okay, just checking it to make sure there's no vinyl. There is, so we're going to press go. Yeah, I just put my hand on the hot glue gun then. Never mind, I didn't swear. Right, which is good. Okay, so that's done. Let's unload it. And let's now close that up. Let's just get it out of the way for a second. Let's make some space. We're finished with that. I'm going to take it off and then I'm going to weed it. Okay. Oops, it's stuck quite firmly. I'll take it off there. Now it's sticking to the base like it has done. What have we got? Let's just make sure it's sticky. Don't want to leave it on the mat. Right, I don't think we'll have any trouble getting this one off here because it wants to come off with the backing. Unlike the gold one we used last week, which didn't want to come off at all. Okay, that says Hoppy Easter. Not going to throw that towards the bin because it never goes in. Right, let's just take the middle of the words out. Okay, and what I had to do was I got up while the machine was going because I needed to get the transfer tape. Honestly, this is such an easy machine to use, the Cricut Joy. You really should treat yourselves. Save up and get one. I don't know how much they are in other currencies, but in the pound, the English pound, they're about £170. Mine was a gift off Mick, as it happens. But yeah, if you haven't got someone who can buy it, it's a gift. You know, it's really worth saving up for. It really is. It's a fabulous. You've seen me use it on tons of crafts. Okay, so just cut those out. I hadn't centered them on the app, so you know me, I don't like to put things straight, so I'm probably going to put it on skew width. Okay, we've got our egg here. Let me just see. Hoppy Easter. Yep, I'm going to put it in a skew width angle. You know the score. Just rub the letters onto your tape. Sorry. Rub your letters onto your tape. Told you this one will have no problem picking up. This is how it should work. Oops. Okay, picked up on the tape. Now I'm going to transfer it. Should I go straight? No, I'm going to go slanty. I like it skew width. So Hoppy, I've just placed it on. Now I'm going to rub on the letters. Okay, this is a nice sticky one. Famous last words. So that should go on fine. Yep, see the difference between one that isn't old, like that gold one that I used last week. So there we go, Hoppy. We've got our word Hoppy. Just give it an extra press on. Hoppy. Do I want to go Easter or do I want to go Easter? I think I'm going to go parallel. So just turn it around. I'm going to go parallel like that. Okay. So It's full of grass. It's got the little bits of grass stuck to it. Okay, right, let's give it a bit of a rub. There you go. Put comes off so much easier when it's not old, doesn't it? Let's move things out of the way. Okay, so we've got a hoppy. I'm going to centre it by eye. Parallel. Bit of a gap so we can see through it. Okay. It's got a bit of a curve on this, but don't matter. Still sticking, okay. And this is a glass dome, by the way. And I'm thinking I probably got it from Dunelm. If you're in England, not Dunelm, talking rubbish. Hobbycraft. Hobbycraft, I think I got it from. Yeah, Hobbycraft. Couldn't tell you how much it was. I bought it as soon as it came out because I thought, yeah, I definitely want to do something with that. So there we have. Hoppy Easter. Okay, we're getting there. We are getting there. It's a lovely, like, dark greeny sort of colour. Okay, that's on there. We've got our holes. We've got our glue gun, which we know is hot because I just burnt myself on it. We have that. I'm going to glue that on. Don't need that to be loose. Just a few blobs, just in case I've done it wrong, and we do need it to be loose. So that base there. Right, glue you on. Okay, let's pop this together now. I want to hot glue these on which order. Right, we'll do this one first because this is probably going to be the trickiest because it's the heaviest. So I'm going to put, you can't, just checking, right, that is recording, so hopefully if you can't see it at the front you'll see it at the side, but I'm putting a lovely big wedge of glue, hot glue there. So that will stick directly onto the wood and not onto that flimsy grass, okay? Just going to hold it to make sure it is set. Cool it down a little. Okay, I think that needs a little bit more because it is a very heavy item, that, so I'm just going to put a little bit more around it. The only thing with hot glue is the strands of glue. Right, okay, we've done that one. Might put a bit of glue on the back where it touches the rabbit. We'll see how we go because that one is particularly heavy. Okay, but so far so good. First mushroom is on. Can you see? What was the second one? I think that one was for the back, wasn't it? Yep. Tell you what, I might do the same for that one. Right, where's the hole? Hole is there. Okay, touches the back there. Right, okay. So a nice big wedge for it to sit in. There. Maybe a little blob there for it to rest on. There, that's better actually, that's much better. Sorry, I've secured it on the rabbit and at the base. Okay, let's just... Yep, I think actually look nice. They look nice, different shapes. Okay, where's the hole for that one? It's there. Do we need it, do you think? You know what I need that to be? I need that to be smaller. I need that mushroom to be much smaller. So, right, I'm just gonna try and cut through the bottom of there. I'll just keep scoring and scoring and just make that a little bit shorter. Okay, I made it shorter. I just nipped it off with some towel cutters. So now I'm going to hot glue it on to make sure I get the right spot. Okay, that is much better. A much better setup there, like that. Okay, have we got room for our little not even sure I'm going to glue that on. I might just put that in place. I might just have that sat there. Have we got, should we put a couple of little, no, don't need to put any tiny ones on. What about an egg or two? Not really got room for any Easter eggs. Okay, that's fair enough. Right, okay. So we need to try and get that, I know it fit place. Okay, the writing. Okay, let's do it again. Just need to do that a little bit and then we can do that. There we go. That's better. That is much better. Okay. Right, I won't reveal that just yet. We do want to stick it on here. So, on this, remember, it's nearly finished. Lovely crackle on that, but it is absolutely complete. Right, does that sit flat? Like that. You know what? That is absolutely amazing. That looks fantastic. Right, let's glue it. Let's get that glued. That looks amazing. I'm going to stick the glue on here. I need another glue gun, another glue stick. Of course I do. Okay. Oops, don't you melt. Right. Well, let's unplug that, because that, actually, let me clear the decks, because that looks absolutely fabulous, even if I say so myself. When I first started this, I thought, oh my goodness me, I am cobbling together a few bits related to Easter. It's not going to go well. It's actually gone better than well. It is. It's lovely. Right, here we go, reveal. Okay, and there we have it. We have our Hoppy Easter. So we've got an egg-shaped dome, okay, with the mushrooms that we've made, the grass, the bunny. All right, it's a hare. We're going to call it a bunny that we've made, that little wooden bunny at the back. I think that's amazing. I think that is a really, really, where am I going to put it? Tell you what, I'm just going to have shelves and shelves of stuff, aren't I? There you go. That is a beautiful make. So yeah, Happy Easter. Happy Easter, everybody. I hope you get lots of lovely Easter eggs, and if you're religious, I hope you get what you want out of Easter, whatever that is. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the like, please subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and hit that notification bell so that you can be notified when we put any videos up. And also, don't forget, if you really enjoyed it, we have got the Ko-fi link down below, which you can donate the price of a coffee to us, and we appreciate it very much. Thanks for watching. Bye.